Dhammapada, verse 19. Fruits of religious life through practice, and practice ensures fulfillment. Though he recites much of the sacred text but is negligent and does not practice according to the Dhamma, like a cowherd who counts the cattle of others, he has no share in the benefits of the life of a bhikkhu. While residing at the Jetavana monastery, the Buddha uttered this verse with reference to two bhikkhus who were friends. Once there were two friends of noble family, two bhikkhus from Savatthi. One of them learned the Tipitaka and was very proficient in reciting and preaching the sacred texts. He taught 500 bhikkhus and became the instructor of 18 groups of bhikkhus. The other bhikkhus, striving diligently and ardently in the course of insight meditation, attained arahantship. On one occasion, when the second bhikkhu came to pay homage to the Buddha at the Jetavana monastery, the two bhikkhus met. The master of the Tipitaka did not realize that the other had already become an arahant. He looked down on the other, thinking this old bhikkhu knew very little of the sacred texts, not even one out of the 5 Nikayas or one out of the 3 Pitakas. So he thought of putting questions to the other and thus embarrass him. The Buddha knew about his unkind intention, and he also knew that as a result of giving trouble to such a noble disciple of his, the learned bhikkhu would be reborn in a lower world. So, out of compassion, the Buddha visited the two bhikkhus to prevent the scholar from questioning the other bhikkhu. The Buddha himself did the questioning. He put questions on jhanas and maggas to the master of the Tipitaka, but he could not answer them because he had not practiced what he had taught. The other bhikkhu, having practiced the Dhamma and having attained arahantship, could answer all the questions. The Buddha praised the one who practiced the Dhamma, that is Vipassaka, but not a single word of praise was spoken for the learned scholar, that is Ganthika. The resident disciples could not understand why the Buddha had words of praise for the old bhikkhu and not for their learned teacher. So the Buddha explained the matter to them. The scholar who knows a great deal but does not practice in accordance with the Dhamma is like a cowherd who looks after the cows for wages, while the one who practices in accordance with the Dhamma is like the owner who enjoys the 5 kinds of produce of the cows. Thus, the scholar enjoys only the services rendered to him by his pupils, but not the benefits of the life of a bhikkhu, that is Magga-phala. The other bhikkhu, though he knows little and recites only a little of the sacred text, having clearly comprehended the essence of the Dhamma and having practiced diligently and strenuously, is an Anudhammachari, one who practices in conformity with the Dhamma and has eradicated passion, ill will and ignorance. His mind being totally freed from moral defilements and from all attachments to this world as well as to the next, he truly shares the benefit of Magga-phala. Some persons may know the word of the Buddha extensively and can repeat it all, but through utter negligence they do not live up to it. In consequence, they do not reach any religious attainments. He enjoys not the fruits of recluse life. This is exactly like the way of life of a cowherd who looks after another's cattle. The cowherd takes the cattle to the pasture in the morning, and in the evening he brings them back to the owner's house. He gets only the wages. By changing clothes, changing names, getting hair done, entering a particular institution, remembering very big texts and getting the ability to speak in very beautiful styles, But if he does not bring it into his life, then it is of no use to the person. He is just the one who keeps counting the cows of others. He does not have one of its own. Or it is the same as the daily bus operator keeps asking for fare from the passengers throughout the day, but while returning home in the evening, he has to leave all the money in the office and return home empty-handed. Therefore, even if one goes on talking about religious philosophy or goes on listening, goes on writing, if you do not apply it in life, then it has no purpose, it has no result. The taste of the food will come by tasting it and not by praising it. Religion is like medicine. You may have the complete knowledge in relation to medicine. Medicine is also priceless, but unless you consume it or do not follow what the doctor says, then you can never recover. If you like our work, kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel. May all beings be well and happy.